Hey everybody, my name's Breanna Sorensen and I'm here with Navy Women's Golf Christine McDonnell, who's about to be a senior this upcoming season, and she's at her house in Georgia. So Christine, you said that you just got done with your last final today. So how did your finals go overall?
Honestly, I feel like they went pretty well. I mean, it was definitely different with them all being online and having to not deal with all the studying in school and everything. But honestly, I feel like they were spaced out well enough that I was able to kind of focus on each one individually. And overall, I think it went pretty well.
Which final, for which class was your last one that you just took?
The last one I just took was my economic statistics final.
And which class or final do you think was your hardest overall?
Probably either thermodynamics or cyber. Those two are definitely tricky.
I've heard about that thermodynamics class from a few other student athletes. I heard that one's pretty hard. So how has it been overall adjusting to online classes and online exams?
It's definitely been tricky at first just because we're so used to being in such a regimented schedule at school. But being here, I mean, just it's the same thing. You just adapt to a new schedule at home. I've started trying to do all of my classes at the same time I normally would if I were at school, and just trying to keep up with the schedule that way so that I can stay focused.
And with everything being virtual now, how have you also been in contact with your coaches and teammates?
So we've been doing weekly Google Hangout meetings with our coach and just the other girls in our team. We've been trying to do it like once a week or so, and it's been a lot of fun to kind of just be able to talk to them and see them, even though a lot of us aren't really close together or able to see each other in person.
What do those Google Hangout meetings consist of? Like, are you talking about the season, or are you just more like hanging out? Like, what happens during those meetings?
It's kind of been a little bit of both. So a lot of it's talked about how the golf course renovation is going, since we've had the course under renovation for the majority of the year. But then we've also just kind of done fun stuff like games and stuff. Like our last one that we just did, we did the seniors and juniors against the plebes and youngsters. We did a Family Feud style game. And
that's fun.
It was a lot of fun.
What did you do?
So the upper class took the win right at the end. We had a big comeback right at the end, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was a good time.
Is it fun to see everybody's, competitiveness come out even during?
Oh, absolutely.
And how have you been training at home? Like, have you been able to find a course, or do you train in your yard? What have you been doing?
So the golf courses in Georgia are actually still open, which has been super nice. So I've been trying to go out as much as I can in between classes and stuff to just kind of go out and either hit balls or practice or do whatever. But I found that going later in the day after dinner time is better, because since the golf courses are open and not much else is, everybody has decided to take up golf. So when you go out there, it's super busy. So the only time I can actually get out and do as much as I want to later in the day, but I've been able to find time.
So I'm sure the courses are absolutely packed. Is there a way for a golfer to practice at home, or is it just always best to always find a course? Like, is there little things you can do at home?
There are little things you can do at home. I have a mirror in my basement that I'll go and I'll make practice swings in. And then I have like a big putting mat in my basement that I'll work on as well. But I mean, being at the golf course itself is the best place to practice.
So a lot of times during normal tournament play, you might not always have like your coach by you, which, now obviously you're miles and miles away from your coach. So how can practicing at home right now help prepare for you with the season?
It helps a lot because, even tournaments outside of school, of the school year, we don't have our coach with us as well. So being able to practice at home, and just if there's something that's maybe not quite going your way, just being able to try and adapt and figure it out yourself without having to ask your coach is nice, because then you know that when you're out playing without her, that I don't necessarily have to have her right near me to try and fix something if it's not quite going right.
And does anybody else in your family golf with you? Like, do they go out with you, or is it just yourself?
It's normally my dad. My dad's the one who got me into playing, so him and I will go out a lot together and practice together.
So is it nice to also, have that extra family time that you wouldn't normally have?
It's awesome.
Yeah, I bet. And now, how has it been juggling? I mean, you're juggling practice still. You have meetings, and you just got done with classes. So do you think you're still, you have a lot you have to do even though you're at home?
I feel like I do. I've tried to stay organized. I like to keep a planner. So I've been writing down everything I have to do for the day so I can just kind of cross it all off, so that by the time I'm done, I know I've done everything because I've had it all written down. There's nothing that I'm forgetting, but it's definitely been a little stressful for sure.
Looking forward to next season, you are going to be in that senior leadership role. So how are you and the other upperclassmen looking forward to taking on that bigger leadership role?
It's really exciting. I think we're definitely trying to keep up with the same sort of like team mentality that we've had before, where we've all bonded really well. So I think just trying to keep up with that and making sure that everybody knows what it is we're trying to work on, making sure everybody has everything in line, making sure everyone's good academically, golf-wise, all of that. I think just continuing what the seniors this year have done with that is the best way forward.
What is the talent looking like for next season for Navy women's golf?
I think it should be pretty good. I mean, we're losing two great seniors, but I mean, a lot of our traveling team is still here. So I think we have a really good chance to do something pretty big next year.
Now, I have to know now, while you're staying busy with golf and we just got done with classes and all that, what have you been doing in your free time when you have it at home?
I've been going on like runs with my neighbor a lot. I've been going on walks with my mom after dinner, just sort of like stuff to get me outside and doing stuff like that. I've also been watching a lot of Netflix, just kind of trying to relax as much as I can while I'm not at school too.
Do you have a go-to Netflix show right now or one that you've already watched that you really liked?
So I'm watching The Blacklist with my dad right now, which I just started right before we left for spring break, and I really like that a lot.
And have you started any new hobbies besides, obviously you have like Netflix and things like that, anything new or just sticking to the usual?
Mostly just sticking to the usual.
Like golf and Netflix, right? That's all you need. All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Christine, and stay safe out there. And we're excited for next season.